The Champions League is back. We now know the groups and, of course, the clubs that make up the groups for this year's competition. In this video, we're going to predict my early door outcomes, my predictions for Group G. Just 1 second. If you're new, where you been, smash your subscribe button back to all things Champions League related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. We got it all here, boys. Over the next few days, of course, we're going to preview each and every one of the groups in all the European competitions. And of course, in this video, we're going to take a look at the Champions League. That's right. We're going to predict who I think will make it through as group winners and who will join them as runners-up. We'll get into it. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs. They are the patrons. You know who you are. But without further ado, let's get into it. Next up, of course, we have Group G. That's right, over in the Champions League this year. Of course, let's take a little look at those clubs that make up Group G. Here they come in all their glory. Here we go. We're on Manchester City, of course. Premier League champions, European champions. Are they going to do back-to-back champions? We'll see about that. They've got pretty an easy group here, if I'm going to be honest with you. RB Leipzig from Germany, probably the biggest threat. Then we have, of course, Red Star Belgrade coming at you from Serbia. Then, of course, we have Young Boys Bern from Switzerland. That's right. Of course, 2 places up for grabs in the knockouts. And, of course, a Europa League spot as well. These are the games. And of course, here I come right here, right now, looking at this one from an unbiased point of view. So let's be brutally honest here. I'm not a fan of Man City, but I can see a nailed on 100% certainty whenever I see one. Not biggest fan of them, but realistically, there is only one team in this league here. They should steamroll this. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Realistically, it's a fight for that second spot and a fight for the Europa League spot. City should walk this group, no questions asked. So let's get into it. Young Boys Bern will host RB Leipzig over in Switzerland. And of course, I do anticipate RB Leipzig to be their next best thing here in this group, in Group G. So a difficult away day, but of course, tight 1-2-1 win. They'll get the 3 points, put the young boys in the shitter. And of course, Man City will take on Red Star Belgrade. Probably a tricky opponent, unknown opponent for a lot of us here, but I do anticipate a comfortable 3-0 win for City. You could probably even play a sort of second string side in this Champions League group. It is too lopsided, of course, but Man City will play their most difficult game in the whole of the Champions League group stages in the match number 2 right here, right now. So it might be a not 100% clean success rate, but a difficult one coming at you. Red Star Belgrade host Young Boys Bern, match number 2, of course, on the 4th of October. It will be in Belgrade. It'll be 2-0 win for Red Star, of course. We'll put Young Boys Bern, of course, 2 for 2. That's two losses and a bounce. So looking difficult for them to get out of this. Meanwhile, RB Leipzig of Germany will take on Man City over in Leipzig, and I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw here. Of course, difficult place to go. Not you know, Leipzig have been up there in the Champions League for the past 10 years or more. Still not the biggest venue. Still a difficult team to call. You just don't know what you're going to get really. But I don't think City will lose this one. I just think they'll get something out of it. They probably will even win it, but I'm going to give Leipzig a little bit of hope here with a 2-2 draw as well. Meanwhile, into match number 3, as we break into the hump of the group, Young Boys Bern will host City, and again, it'll be a comfortable win for City, 3-0 win, no problems, cruising, playing the kids, you know it is. It's just too good at the minute. Leipzig, though, will take on Red Star Belgrade in Germany. It'll be a 2-1 win for Leipzig, again, looking very, very good for that second spot as well. That'll be on the 25th of October. That's match number 3 complete. And we go to match number 4 is City taking on Young Boys Bern. It's the reverse fixture of the previous one, and again, it'll be a demolition job for City, even with the youngsters or what, 4-0 win. City look a-okay, sweatless at the moment, and Young Boys Bern just got the 1 goal so far in the first 4 games, but still, at this stage, you just don't know who's going to make up that second spot, who's going to make up that third spot. But of course, Red Star Belgrade will fancy something if they can get a result here against RB Leipzig in their match number 4, and they will get something. They'll get a draw at the very least here. They could even sneak a win. 1-1 draw in my eyes, as of course Red Star will try to at least have an unbeaten run at home, because it's a difficult place to go, intimidating fans. You know, you got your ultras out there. So again, it could go. If I'm gonna change my prediction, I don't think Leipzig will win this. But I also don't think Red Star Belgrade will lose it. So it's either going to be a win for Red Star or a draw as well. Into match number 5 we go. Young Boys Bern taking on a Red Star, and it'll be another 0-0 draw. So Red Star grinding out some results here. They might all accumulate to something in the end, but it's not good enough. And again, just the 1 goal so far for Young Boys within this whole stretch of group games. Not great for them. Not great for the Swiss watching on at home as well. So they're in difficult problems. Meanwhile, City will take on Leipzig, and again, despite the size of their opponent, it'll still be a comfortable 3-1 win. If this game was in a knockout stage, maybe a little bit more nerves to it. But I think now that Man City have that Champions League, this should be a walk in the park. This group, no, they've got the hoodoo off the back. They look comfortable to possibly make it back-to-back Champions Leagues, despite losing Gundogan, despite losing Mahrez, and of course Kevin De Bruyne looking a little bit ropey, out with injury. They still look too good at the minute. And this group just looks too easy. So Leipzig will take the L on this one, and of course go into the final day, which will be on the 30th of December. Leipzig against Young Boys. It'll be a 3-0 win. It looks like Leipzig are going to get second spot. And of course, Red Star Belgrade will lose to City as well at their place. So, quick recap of the odds here. We have 9-1 on is your City red hot favourites, of course. RB Leipzig 6-1 second favourites. Red Star Belgrade 33-1 third favourites. And we got Young Boys Bern 40-1. Long shots, of course, it does look like that, doesn't it? Meanwhile, Young Boys Bern will just get the 1 point, of course. Chief Whipping Boys, they're out of it. Red Star Belgrade could possibly get into the Europa League in third spot in my eyes with 4 points. And then we have Leipzig on 11. And of course, City, just the 1 drop point there, just the 1 match dropped. That's in Leipzig, 16 points, but looking pretty much nailed on to win this group. Well, there you have it, folks. There you bloody have it. Do you agree or do you disagree with my predictions for the Champions League group? Of course, let me know down below. And of course, make sure you stick around for the channel, your one-stop shop for Champions League. Make sure you smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe. We're going to be there each and every match day, of course, predicting them with our own interactive prediction league. I'm not sure how we're going to do it, but of course, there are many, many options out there. So we'll take a look at them. And of course, I want you to be part of it. They're going to be free, so don't worry about it. We'll figure it out one way or another. But of course, make sure you let me know down below who you think will come through this group right here, right now. But until then, subscribe, thumbs up, and of course, I'll catch you later for the actual match days. Until then, we're done.